Hey guys, this is Gear APG and I'm back with another video, and today we'll be discussing about a very interesting topic, that is Covert TCP. We'll be discussing about the intro of Covert TCP, what is Covert TCP, and the commands that are necessary to perform Covert TCP. So basic intro about the Covert TCP. What is Covert TCP? Covert TCP actually helps us to hide the data while we transfer our data from one destination to another. And how it is basically performed is by manipulating the TCP IP headers and the rest space that is present in the headers. There we append our data. Our data is appended and sent to the destination host 1 byte at a time, so that any tool that is sniffing the traffic cannot be able to identify that any payload or any data is being sent in the traffic. So how we are going to perform it? There are two basic commands that we require. The one is when we are listening for the TCP covert connection, and the another one when we are sending it. So this is basically a structure format which we can utilize it, and this is the covert underscore tcp.c. This is a C file which actually performs the whole thing of hiding the data and sending it 1 byte at a time. You can download it. Just simply Google covert tcp.c download, and you will get the topmost link, and this is the C command. You can simply copy paste it into a text file and save it with an extension of C. Alright, after that what you need to do is open your distros. I have used Kali in both as instances. You can use Ubuntu or Kali, any combination that you feel comfortable with. Alright, so I have downloaded the Covert TCP here. Covert TCP, when you after you download the Covert TCP C file, you have to fire a command, and let me show you how to do that. Let me remove the let me remove this covert underscore TCP, so that it will be very beneficial for you to follow along with me. So remove covert TCP. The file is removed. Let me clear it and cross check it. So covert tcp.c file is there. Now we will perform the command cc -o covert TCP. After that, name of our file, and we have to press enter. So it will give you a warning, but neglect that, it is not an issue. So let me clear the terminal. After that, let me also tell that this is the attacker machine, the left one, and this is the not the attacker, this is the sender machine, and the right one is the receiver machine, where you will receive the connection or receive the data in the hidden format using this protocol. So similarly we have to do it in the receiver machine as well. Let me do the same for this as well. I will remove the covert TCP file, just cross checking it again. This is root. The mandatory thing is you have to be root to perform this covert TCP protocol or the process to transfer data in a hidden way. I've already seen that there are 2 tutorials on the YouTube, but they have not explained. One is muted, and the main issue is that it doesn't mimic the real life scenario. Like, it was showing a local host file sharing, but that was not the scenario that you or I want to know that how this is actually happening. So I've removed the Covert TCP file and firing the same command. Oh, Covert TCP. So now the same error, but we have to neglect it. Clear. Let me once again, we have Covert TCP here and we have Covert TCP. Yes, it is here. So now the main thing, sorry guys, okay. So now the main thing is the main command that we are going to use, but before that we need to make this machine as a sudo privilege user. So here we can take this scenario as a server and a client communication. So this one, the left machine is regarded as a client and the right machine is regarded as a server, which is going to listen the traffic, or which is going to listen for the secret text that is being sent by the client. All right, so about the main command, we need to give command covert underscore TCP, then we have to give source flag, source. Here the source flag tells us about the source IP, and the source IP will be the client's IP address, that is the IP address of this machine from where the request is being generated or the text, secret text, is being sent. So the IP address of this machine is 10.0.2.15, and let me reconfirm it. So yes, it is 10.0.2.15. now we will give the destination's IP address. We will give -dest flag and the IP address of the server which is going to listen the traffic. So 10.0.2.4. let us cross check the IP address of the server which is going to listen. So it is 10.0.2.4. Come back to the main terminal. So we have given the source IP and the destination IP. Next flag that we are going to use is source port, source underscore port, and we can give any port number. Here the source port defines that the origin of the port from where the request is being originated. Okay, so the request is being originated from this machine and we have set the source port to be 999. Now the destination port is the port of the server on which the server is going to listen about the traffic. So we can set it as 8888, or you can set it any port number. After that, we, of course, the secret file or the secret text that we are going to send. So I've already created a file named secret.txt, and in that the secret data is present. Now coming back to the server which is going to listen, the same command, we have to fire covert TCP -source source. Source. Now in this scenario, the source here in this scenario, this flag represent that the source IP address will be the IP address from which the request or the traffic is coming from. So the traffic is coming from the client, so it will be the client IP address 10.0.2.15. so this is the client IP address, and the destination IP address is not required in case of server. Now we have to set the server source port. Here source port defines the port on which the server is going to listen the traffic. So the traffic was sent by the client on port 8888 as a destination port. Here we are going to receive it on 8888 as a source port in the server. Now next, since it is a server which is going to listen, we need to give server flag. After that, another flag that is similar, this file, and the name of file that you want to get, it's on you. I will name it as receive.txt. Fine. So now we can see that server is listening from IP this, which is our client IP, which is going to send the secret text file on port 8888. Okay, and it's in listening mode. Now we'll fire the command on the client, which is going to send the traffic, send the file in the TCP IP header, and let's see. So we can see that the data is being sent 1 byte at a time, and I guess 1 GB of data can be sent in this way. So this is a way in which a firewall can be befooled, or like TCP dump tool will not be able to recognize that any data is being sent. Even using Wireshark as well, when you go through the when you go through the file, when you go through the traffic carefully, then you got to know that okay, 1 byte at a time is being sent. All right, so that's all about this specific video where we discussed about something different, that is Covert TCP, and we have sent 1 byte at a time from client to the server. The server have received the data. Now we can press Ctrl C, and I think we must navigate to the folder. Here we got receive.txt file. Let us cat the file so that we can see whether we really got some stuff or not. So let me clear the screen, and ls we have received receive.txt, then we can cat receive.txt, and we can see that there is the data is, this is the secret file. That's all about this video, guys. We'll be back with some different topic. Thank you all.